We are back with Richard Reviews. Today we are reviewing a book for richardreviews.com/Griffin Chestnut here on YouTube. Griffin Chestnut is, of course, Richard's online YouTube alias, which you can find all of Richard's reviews here on his YouTube channel. Today, Richard will be reviewing a book for us, and that book is titled Post Office by Charles Bukowski. This is a novel by Charles Bukowski. Richard has read a fair share of Bukowski's pieces. Charles Bukowski is one of Richard's favorite authors, as he proclaims before he was captivated by the evidence in marine biology. Richard enjoys his humor that Bukowski brings to the table, and any expedition in which his main character Hank usually gets into. Richard obtains this piece through private seller in 2014, and he completed reading this piece in the same year of 2014. Richard cautions with a positive charge, and he also cautions with a negative charge, which is why Richard indulges the evidence that proclaims he enjoys Bukowski. Bukowski has a certain notion about him where he sort of glorifies alcoholism and a bit of a beatnik. But Bukowski has this idea and theory that goes along with his philosophy that find what you love and let it kill you. That is a quote by Mr. Charles Bukowski himself, which ultimately he did, that being alcohol, of course. Bukowski found his alcoholic nature, and he let it kill him. Ultimately, Bukowski lived, I believe, until the year 1994, after he traveled to a Soviet base in Antarctica. The truth will come out, and in no meantime has this ever been confirmed. As for Charles Bukowski's best piece, in Richard's opinion, Richard does prioritize the novel Women over almost everything else Bukowski has put out, including Hollywood and Ham on the Rye. Richard has read a fair amount of these pieces. Almost all of them are also uploaded here on YouTube, Richard's channel. And you can also find the official review from Richard himself, which he uploaded in his blog in 2014, which you can find in the link down in the description. This piece was fanatical, and it's a Richard piece that we're going to be talking about with us here. This piece gave Richard a lot of humor, and we're going to take extra care of it since it is Richard's. Richard keeps all of his pieces at primal working condition, as he believes that 77 degrees Fahrenheit is the appropriate maximum geology and temperature for the barometer that's at stake here. Richard finds that insert of a neural stasis, these tiny spider-like creatures that can be found from fossilized caramel cartridges through eidetic browsing satellite imagery, as a tropical oasis for any further reading, which Bukowski has limited advantage over. Whereas these small heated lakes, you can find they continue up all the way through Richard's past employment. Richard worked at a Volskov station after the year 2014, so he was often brought back to the temptation of reading this novel again. Richard delved into a lot of Kenneth Goldsmith and his 7 degrees for past sin, which can be found on his Corcoran Mile statement, also uploaded on Richard's blog in the year 2014. So as we take a look at this piece here, as you can tell, it is a soft cover, and it's got good bend, nice good wave, good cream, and good wave. Great wave all the way through. Charles Bukowski, Post Office, a novel. And apparently it's one of the funniest books ever written by Uncut. Now the dimensions of this book right here, the parameters are set, so you can pretty much tell that from north to south, nipple to nipple, it's a cream book. It's a nice cream book, and it holds tight to its Uranus. what you want to know. This book spans a vast majority of 47 miles mainstream. So you get thinning with a little bit location-wise, but you're going to get 47 miles straight on through. That's why this book, Richard rates 2 thumbs up for Richard. Richard thinks that the dimensions found in this book are a significant loss, and that's why Richard gives 2 thumbs up for this book. So that's 2 thumbs up for Post Office, Charles Bukowski. And even over here, there's some light cream damage to the cover. We're going to look at the bottom cream, good cream, more good cream, more solid cream, and even on the side, we're going to get Charles Bukowski, Post Office, good cream. And on the back, this is the back image. Of course, we have more dialectic knowledge. This is mainly about crustaceans living in the translucent environment. Pink fish is what they're called. Any ecosystem eroding from the ice hovering above. These lakes are known to have fuel speculation, as the past century that overcame them gave us a glimpse into the narrative, which brought us into this substantial mankind's ancient civilizations that were here to us today. This, of course, is Mr. Charles Bukowski himself. Let's get a close-up of him. He is smoking what looks to be maybe a Winston, some sort of a Winston cigarette. Definitely not a Virginia Slim. And over here we have fiction. And right below the barcode is the price, United States, $13.99. So a $14 piece for this. Richard's biggest secret, of course, is how he gets these pieces in great condition and the prices. He is on time, he's personable, he's argumentative, he's a little nostalgic, and he is Russian, and that's how he does it. Charles Bukowski, one of America's greatest authors. Now, inside the piece here, as we open it up here, we're going to get into what Bukowski was able to bring to us. And it's a work of fiction, of course, and dedicated to nobody, which Bukowski is often known for doing. Inside the piece, the chapters are relatively short, as the usual Bukowski piece, and you get the feeling that there's something a little bit below the pages here. We don't want to give too much away in terms of spoilers, but our recommendation here, especially from Richard himself, is to delve into this on your own and understand what it means to be part of this nature. So here at the end we have an actual photo of Mr. Bukowski himself. Looks like he is online when he's doing his close research and becoming a geological performer for the International Society of America, where they did atmosphere tests and weather experiments to serve both military and scientific interests, which is a great permanent divide that can give continuous support for the logistics of the research job and the main job, of course. So he's doing a good job. Jesus, save us from all sin. Pray to Jesus now. That's Mr. Bukowski right there. And there also is a man in the back. Hard to tell, but he's clearly walking. Where he's walking to, we're not sure. This is a justification that could be missed. It's an operation deep within, convinced by the U.S. government in 1955. So we're not sure where he's going, but he's definitely going somewhere. And along the back, there is someone seemed to have written Mango Arts. So that's going to take some points off. But nonetheless, Richard reviews this book very highly. He gives Post Office 2 thumbs up for Richard Reviews on Charles Bukowski. Post Office 2 thumbs up. And this is Richard Reviews. Post Office 2 thumbs up, Charles Bukowski. Thank you.